Casey Anthony's out of jail again. Yes, out for the second time, but new evidence is mounting suggesting that Casey's missing toddler is dead and that Casey may have had something to do with it. Is Casey likely to go back to jail, this time charged with something more serious, like murder? Let's bring in our panel. Joining us live is former Westchester County DA and Judge Jeanine Pirro, and soon-to-be star of a new TV show, and criminal defense attorneys Michael Cardoza and Ted Williams. Jeanine, what do you think? Should she be worried, or is it at a situation where even if she did do something, they can't position the evidence against her to make an arrest?
Look, Greta, we don't have the body right now, but I think that there is sufficient compelling circumstantial evidence that a prosecutor would be able to go with and indict her for murder. Here's the issue. Is she to be charged with first-degree murder or a reckless murder, depending upon what, if she used the chloroform, for example, to make her sleep while she went out partying. But I think the bottom line is that there is sufficient evidence to go forward with a murder charge, and that the prosecution is just waiting and waiting. And irrespective of her going in and out of jail, she's not going to talk. It's just a question of how long it takes them to say, we've had enough, we're going to file murder charges against her.
Ted, is she going back to jail?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that she's going to go back to jail right away, Greta. I think that the prosecutors are acting out of an abundance of caution. They are building their case, and they want to have a strong and solid case going in. I have to echo some of what Jeanine has already represented. And the rationale behind that is we all know about double jeopardy. They don't want to build a case that they will lose somewhere down the line. So they're methodically building a case. I think they're doing a good job, Greta.
You know, Michael, tonight I heard for the first time this business about the script, and during the break I asked if anyone else had, recalled hearing it. It sounds like the tale keeps getting a little more bizarre. Or at least we're getting more information. It gets more peculiar every day, doesn't it?
It does get more peculiar. You know, it's like the emperor without the clothes. Who's going to finally step forward and say, you've committed murder, give it up? My big question is, and I'm not all that familiar with Florida law, but are they going to file a death penalty against her? Maybe first-degree murder. I'm glad to see Jeanine's finally come around to my way of thinking that they do have enough evidence to bring the murder charge. Ted's right, they're probably...
I've always believed that.
No, yeah, a couple weeks ago, that's not what you said, Jeanine. When I said they should bring murder charges, you said not quite yet. So you
probably I said that.
My way.
You know what, Michael? I might have said that because the worst thing that can happen in the world. All right, Jeanine can defend herself.
I certainly can.
But the thing is that the worst nightmare for a prosecutor, and I'll let Jeanine defend herself, is that you bring a case too soon, you don't have the evidence, and you lose because you can't then go back for round two because all of a sudden you think, oh, hey, look what I just found. Jeanine, you want to?
Yeah, and you know what, Michael? Since that time, what we found is the chloroform. We found the computer.
Agreed.
She's looking for chloroform, how to use it. You know, we know that her cell phone is pinging in the woods. The case is building and building and building. And it's an inevitable conclusion that she killed the child. The question is, and that's why the immunity was open for her, you tell us if you did it intentionally, or was it an accident? Was it something where you tried to get her to sleep?
No, she was not going to go for that. She was not going to go for that immunity. But Greta, I just saw your interview with this guy, Leonard Padilla. This guy needs to go crawl back up under the rock in which he came from. The question is, what is he doing? How receptive is he doing anything out there?
Ted, you may not like him. You may not admire him. Bail bondsmen, they're right up there or right down there with lawyers and journalists. But I will say one thing. Suppose dangling that $50,000 out there is going to provoke someone who was at that club on June 20th who said, yeah, you know what she said to me that night.
Greta, they have a $250,000 reward that hasn't done it.
That's for a lie. That's for a lie. That is for a lie, Ted.
But go back and look. You'll see where Leonard Padilla has said on your show that he never talked to this girl, and now he comes on the night and says that he talked to her and given this embellishment.
Which you don't think I didn't notice. Ted, you don't think I didn't notice that, which is why I tried to sort of cleverly go through the back door. Michael?
You know what? You know what's good here? I mean, Padilla's helping do this prosecution because he said she told him there was some sort of script. Give me a break. She would have kept that script. That will be something the prosecutor will use. All
right, I got to go. I got to go, but I have one quick question. Jeanine, when does your show start and what time? And I hope it's not at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you. No, it's every day on the CW from 3 to 4, and it starts September 22nd, Monday through Friday.
Okay,
thank
good. It's
you.
not at 10 o'clock. The
No,
good news is, the Fox
wouldn't
News
dare.
alert is it's not 10 p.m. Eastern, everybody, so don't you dare,
Thanks,
not
Greta.
watch this show. All right. Thank you, everybody. Coming up, get ready.